Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Danny.
Hi everybody, it's your girl Joey.
Hey guys, it's Trell and this is
The Team. We are back, episode 71. We got our bro in here. He ain't been in here in like 2 years or so.
Right.
Introduce
Episode
yourself.
6. Episode 6.
Venus and Mars.
6?
Yeah.
And what episode we on now?
71.
That's fucked up.
It's all love.
That's a big gap. Wow.
I'm YA.
We were babies back then.
Yeah.
Big
YA
dogs
of
now.
the breed. I'm missing my brother Rashad. He has some other things to tend to, but I'm here.
Bishop is at church. He told me.
He, delivering a sermon today.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
To his congregation.
Right. Prayer be running over sometimes.
He with the Lord today.
He
That's
can't
what
leave before the benediction.
Exactly.
We fully understand.
All right. Weekend recap. How was your weekend?
I was in the house. I ain't do shit. I just sit at my desk all day. My son, he do what he do. That's literally our day.
Do you
all
get
day.
work done at home?
That's all I do.
A lot of work?
That's
Or
all
you
I
get
do.
most work done like in in the office, at the studio?
Nowadays it's mostly at the crib because you can't really go nowhere. Studios just shut down.
yeah.
We closed our studio down last year
Mm-hmm.
because we wasn't here, and as soon as we closed it down, the pandemic happened. So it was like a wait.
Perfect time.
We should have kept it
Oh.
because you think of it now, we were traveling all the time, but when the pandemic happened, we kind of
traveling.
split in half.
Yeah.
So now we were like sitting in the house, nowhere to go
Right.
now. So it's cool though.
Yeah.
What's up, Trail?
My weekend was good. I had clients on the weekend, Friday and today, which is Sunday. Saturday, I didn't have anybody. I shut down my books so I actually shut down my book early on Friday so I could get some self-care in because I am dying for some me time. And then I went on a date last night.
Hold on, stop. Bring it back.
We
Bring it back.
bring it on the
Pause.
platform.
That's really all I did. It's just really low key. I just made a little money, got a little self care. That's
Had a little
it.
date.
And the date.
That's it. Yeah,
We're gonna talk about that later.
We're going to talk about
it's not
Yeah.
very good. So
I love how she brought it to the table because I be going on dates and I'm not bringing it to the
I
table.
do.
Clearly.
I am not you.
Oh.
I love it.
I'm also, we could bring that up too.
Nah,
Right.
chill. But we gonna
I
bring,
ain't trying to be low. I ain't got no reason to.
we can bring
I
up
feel you.
Trails because she openly talked about
Yeah,
it.
so who you
No,
gonna
only
go
all
with?
I said was I went on a date. That's the
But,
only information that's being given.
What you do this weekend, Joe?
Yes, I was bringing it back to me.
Okay.
But, all I did this weekend was work. Christmas is coming. Not that I'm buying anyone in particular any gifts, but I want stuff, and I don't want to have to go in my pocket. Ooh,
Oh, fuck it.
bottles.
That's a big bottle too.
Turn that label because they ain't paying us.
right. No free promo.
So yeah, that's it. Work. Work this morning. Probably go back to work tonight if I feel like it, depending on how many cocktails I have. That's all.
What?
Cocktails.
She said a cocktail.
Okay.
My weekend was chill. I mean, COVID really got you
Right.
sitting down.
That's
It's
what I'm saying.
just
There's
went
much
to
to
Target.
do.
right.
It's really the only thing to do is go eat.
True. Target is that's my norm. That's like, it's nothing. It's my
Right.
second home, actually.
Her escape.
Yeah, it really is. Because that's during like the thick of the pandemic. That's all I did. When I'm like, I gotta get out the house, I'm going to go to Target. I don't even need
Target's the
shit,
best, though.
but I'm
Target's
going to
the
go.
best.
Yeah.
And let Target tell me what I need.
Right. And it tells you.
It definitely
No
do.
list, just vibes.
Just
Yeah.
vibes. I be spending a lot of money.
Urban
Yeah.
has been
Sit your
that
ass
place
down.
for me. I haven't been in Urban in years, but Urban's website has been the place for me to visit.
Are they still on Broadway?
Yeah.
Urban website, fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spend all my time shopping online, but it's all
Fire.
business stuff. Which
Amazon
is fine.
been hitting too.
Yeah. That's my next
I'm
place.
just getting into Amazon. I don't really order from them that much.
She looking at
That's
you
the
like,
go-to.
what?
Because sometimes
Yeah.
you want stuff.
I really
Right.
Especially if you
don't.
got Prime, you be wanting stuff fast. So it's like,
The
let me
thing
just
comes
get
the
it.
next day.
I got something coming
Exactly.
today.
Because it's like, if I'm shopping online, it's mostly like clothes and shoes.
Mhm.
And then like the little stuff I feel like I might order from Amazon, I just go to the store and
But it
get
comes the next day.
But I can hop in my car and go get it right now.
Waste
But you
some
might
gas.
get COVID on the way.
Right.
True. And you ain't got to leave the house. It's about to be snowing.
I don't care. I'll leave the house for Target.
Mm.
But I would damn sure
Target
give me
is
some
back.
Uber Eats.
That's silly.
The thing about Uber Eats is I don't like that fee.
It's that's why I just saying it
Yes.
back. Like I was like, I want a baked potato from Spuz, but I don't want to drive to Hampton after. And I'm like, I was gonna Uber eat it, but then it's gonna be like double. I might as well go and buy 2 if I'm gonna pay for 2.
I hate that fee.
I don't want nobody touching my food.
That too.
Oh yeah,
I haven't.
the bag.
I've been doing
I be praying
quite
over
a
my
bit
food.
of yeah. I've done quite a bit of Uber Eats since everything, and it's usually wrapped pretty good.
Yeah.
Everything's closed up. Haven't had any issues. Haven't had no COVID. So
Yeah,
Thank
I have
God.
the contactless drop offs. Let it
yeah, do the contactless. Yep, I do that
Looking
too.
out the window
I
with-
sure do.
The Chinese people do it too. No touch contact.
Yep.
We leave on floor. We leave on floor.
And that's perfectly fine with me.
You got a line, Joe?
Actually, I don't have a line this week. So this is a
You
new thing.
suck.
What's the line?
So I do drop that line.
Mhm.
So I just tell you a
I'm about
lyric.
to say you know what it
This
is.
is for the people first time watching, and you say, "What's that?" You explain it, and then
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
damn,
Nah,
y'all
he
messed
tell-
up the
he
whole
tell
moment.
himself.
Y'all messed up the whole moment just now.
So I usually say a line, and then you guys figure out who it's from. But I'm not gonna do one today because
We got a music person on, and you don't want to drop a line?
no.
Yeah.
But this is even better. So I just discovered this album has been out since August, and this is this person's 13th studio album. So King's Disease, Nas's new album, is a masterpiece, and I absolutely love it so much. So I'm like, Dad, why people ain't put me on sooner? This is what is this December, and this album
It came
been
out when?
since August. So I've just been hip to it, and like I listen to it every day.
You're
So,
supposed to be on it though.
but the thing is, lately I don't really listen to music because it's like it's nothing really like hot.
Yeah.
So I don't really listen to music, and the fact that this album's been out since August and nobody has said anything to me. So Julie, she's like she loves
that's
Nas.
That's her man.
So
right?
I hit her up. I'm like, "Did you listen to the new Nas album?" She was like, "Yeah, it's fire." And I was like, "Yeah, you gotta go because you didn't
You
even tell
big.
me." I'm like, "Yeah, you gotta fuck up."
It was real quiet, but I feel like Nas album dropped and something happened with Beyonce or Jay-Z or something.
No, that
I
was
remember seeing
like, it
something like why y'all
overshadowed.
no, that was
always-
Everything Loves. That was the last album they
But that
dropped
wasn't
together.
this year.
No, it wasn't. But I
Because
feel
Nas
like
dropped the album that year too.
The last thing I remember seeing with them was it was like why Jay-Z always drop an album at the same time you do.
yeah,
That's
like
what I
something
seen around
always
that.
happening
Yeah,
and
it's like weird,
overshadowing.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
was
like
Everything
maybe
Love. That's when Nas dropped that 7-song album
Mhm.
with Kanye.
Okay.
So this one, I think, is just because it was the pandemic.
Nobody really.
Like
Maybe.
nobody. So if you guys hear good music, hit me up on the email.
Hop in our DMs.
I actually
And let
had
me
that
know.
as a question.
Any-
Like new music, which I listening to.
I've been listening to a lot of old stuff, like, and I'm talking like not old, but also old like Tony Braxton, SWV.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That's
I've
been
been
my
listening to
weed
mad
lately.
music. It's too much music out now.
It is.
I'm finding different artists every day,
Mm-hmm.
but they fire though.
Well,
Oh,
slide
you know,
to me.
you know who else I love? Flo Milli shit. Flo
Oh, yeah, I
Milli.
like-
Who that?
She's a new up and coming artist.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
from like
okay.
Alabama. She's cute.
You're
Really
the
cute.
She is
Blast?
really cute.
Really
Yes.
cute
Last
rapper.
Fire, right?
Yes.
Last Fire.
Yeah.
Flo Milli shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Lil
actually
Millie. I gotta check
discovered
that
a couple new artists recently too.
R&B?
Somebody made me a playlist for the treatment room. So it's been some new stuff up there, but all R&B stuff really. I like the vibe.
Right. So if you guys know of any good hip hop artists, just hit me up because I don't want to listen to no R&B.
Have a lot of music been dropping?
out. Every day.
Because I feel like I don't really hear, and I'm looking for new music, but then I feel like I seen somebody tweet this, like a lot of new music that's out by, like new rappers. It's like low vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like back in the day when people used to drop music, I feel like we had to live with it because that's all we can listen to. You know what I'm saying? When an artist dropped a song, it was on the radio.
Right.
That's all you could listen to. The video was out.
True,
That's
right,
all you
true.
can watch.
Right.
Now,
It's
So much other
everywhere.
shit.
you choose what you want to listen
So
to.
many
So
platforms.
it's like it's kind of hard for artists to really break through and gain fans, but it's easy at the same time. So it's like it's a double-edged sword, I guess.
Yeah. That's true. Because I don't like go seek out new stuff unless like if I'm because with Spotify, they're really good about recommending stuff that you might like, and they're really good about introducing you to new people that are like in your taste.
Right.
So that's usually how I end up listening to the new music if my playlist runs over, but I don't go like seeking for it.
And it's just the quality is good sometimes, but the the body of work don't be the best. So you'll
This
find
is
like
true.
3 songs out of 12. I
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
This
You
is
know
true.
what I'm saying?
And I'm a person that when I listen to people's music, I have to listen to the whole album. I
Right.
give you a chance. So I listen to the whole album. So the fact that like this Nas album is like good from beginning to end. Jay-Z had a every year he wraps up the year and he says what his top 20 songs were, and he had at least 3 of Nas's songs on his top 20. And I think the next person I'm gonna give a try to listen to, Busta Rhymes just dropped a new album too. But the thing about Busta is like he has 30 songs up there.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like,
He
Bus.
trying to be Chris Brown.
When the last time he put right?
Yeah,
When the
that's
last time he put
crucial.
on music? It's probably from then to now.
No, it's
Right,
too
everything
many,
he has saved up.
It's too many songs, and
That's
I'm
a
exaggerating.
lot.
It's probably like 25, but still,
That's
like,
still a lot.
mad songs.
I may not
It
even
is.
remember the first 3 songs.
We don't have that attention
That's
span.
still a lot.
I don't.
I still don't think I've listened to every song on that album Chris Brown put out with all them songs.
With the 20.
I had to break it up. But you know,
I usually listen on a shuffle, but I'm pretty sure I did not listen
But
to
you
every
know,
single one.
well, for me, like when I drive,
Mhm.
that's when I listen to my music.
Me
That's when I
same.
can like really digest it.
That's my
Right.
studio. My car is
that's
my
mostly
studio.
when I listen, but that's not. I don't really digest it then because I feel like I zone out a lot if I listen in the car. But that's usually when I do listen.
It takes months for me to digest music now.
Right.
Months. Like
Oh,
when something
excuse
come out,
me.
I don't even listen to it. Like it's Nas, I ain't listened to Nas' album yet. I listen to it like sonically because
you got
Hit Boy
producer
produced the whole
ears.
joint.
Mhm.
So
Really?
that's why it's
He
like a
did.
great body of work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I love, but as far as like lyrically, it takes
Ugh.
it takes a while.
Lyrically, it's amazing. There's somebody on it at the last song called Spicy. It's featuring
I just heard that.
It's featuring I forgot.
ASAP,
A$AP.
Ferg,
Yes.
and somebody else.
And he said a bar, something like, I keep Tommy next to the belly because sincere, and I'm just that hype. And like, if you really think about it, what that bar means, like,
From Belly to Movie,
yes,
yes.
Tommy sincere
And
and
Hype
Hype
Williams.
Williams.
Hype Williams, yeah.
Like the average person may not even get that. I'm like, yo, I love this
Did
album.
you get it the first listen? Because you know how sometimes you catch shit.
No, because the first listen, I'm just listening. So I usually have to read the lyrics just so
Oh,
I
you
can
did say that.
memorize
Mhm.
all the words. And then I read it and I was like, yo. And so then after I read it, I let the song play and I'm like, yo. This is
That's
amazing.
why Nas will never like transcend to these days kids because these kids stupid.
They
Yeah.
don't know.
No
Yeah.
offense. Like these kids are very smart and they're very like they're creative.
Right,
But as far as like growing like read the lyrics, they're not doing that.
right.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to really figure out what you're saying.
And they're
how
not
you
putting
saying
two and two together. Like if you
Wordplay
never
ain't
saw
what it used to be.
it. Nah,
if
nah.
you don't know if you never saw Belly, you don't know when sincere, like if he
Right.
met Sincere, Belly, Tommy, like, so.
Yeah, Nas a goat.
And Hit Boy, I mean, not Hit Boy, to know that Hype Williams, to know that,
To even know who Hype Williams
Right.
yes,
is.
because no one's watching videos no more.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That would have excited me too. Like I heard it on the radio for the first time, I think Friday.
spicy.
And I was like, because I seen him have the single out, but I'm like, what the fuck is Spice? What the fuck is Nas talking about?
No,
Spicy?
it's such a hot song though.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because Little Kim did she have a song called Spicy?
Yeah.
And I did not like it. I'm like, now what
All
this
right.
nigga talking about?
chill. I
Right,
just
right,
hit
right.
it with the hype.
I was like, what the fuck? But has anybody tried it for y'all? I got one.
I got you tried it.
Ugh, my coworker at work, but we just gonna let her go in peace. I had a whole week of
Go in
pettiness,
peace.
and I'm dropping it.
Okay.
Nobody tried me, but I have you tried it. So my niece, right? She's a teenager and she had a hickey on her neck. So her parents see it and they're like, "What's that?" She's like, "Oh, I got burned by the curling iron." So they both like, "No, we know. Like, we know what that is." She's like, "Oh, well, it was a combination of me getting burned by the curling iron and it's a little bit of a hickey."
A combination.
Did she try to? You know how you used to like comb it out or
No,
do the
she ain't
little
know.
spoon?
She don't know. She young. We did that already.
That's funny.
Nope.
She should have put some makeup on it.
Right.
Both
That's
our parents
funny.
at the same time. You tried it. I'm like, sis, you definitely tried
How
it.
old is she?
She just turned
She
18.
just turned 18.
It'd be like that.
It do. But the fact that she tried to say it was curling, I'm like, bro, this ain't nothing new.
But the
Yeah,
thing is,
right.
I don't see her as an 18-year-old. So when you say,
well, she only
Yeah.
just
I know.
turned.
So when you just said her age, I'm looking at her like she's 13.
Yep, same.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then as
Absolutely.
an 18-year-old, all right. but I see her as a 13-year-old. Nah.
She's still a baby.
Right.
How do you
Still a
let
baby.
that go though? Like, how do you let your kid become like an older kid? You know what I'm saying? Like
takes
certain
time.
things.
Older
Like
kids
my son
hard.
iPad saw some shit. He said, "Damn," the other day.
Oh,
I
shoot.
don't know if I should like.
Right.
He's
I
still
talked to him
young.
about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Watch
But
your
when I
mouth.
was 10 on the bus, I was wilding.
That was
On the
diff-
bus.
That's the bus.
Right.
You ain't let your
The
mom hear
iPad
it.
is the bus
Right.
now.
No.
Because that's their
That's
time with the
it.
kids. That's
No.
his
So
time
you
with his
gotta
friends.
understand though, like even if you say something to him, he's gonna do it when he's not around you,
Right.
and you just gotta just know that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But still talk to him about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But you gotta
Like-
let him know you're
gotta
not
let
gonna
him
do
know.
that around me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there should still be some respect there. But
Yeah.
we all, like you just said, on the bus, we was cussing too, so it's gonna happen. But
It's these kids. These
if he in the house,
kids,
absolutely.
they bad, man. That
Well,
influence.
I remember in 7th grade, this girl told another girl that she had more hair on her coochie than that girl had on her head.
In 7th grade,
In 7th grade.
We were being 7th graders
That's not
though.
good.
We were being
Yeah,
7th
my son
graders
10
though.
in the 5th. so
But that
mean
shit was
12?
funny as fuck.
So my little sister is 25 and she posted a picture on Instagram and I was like, no, take it down.
Oh, I seen it.
She was like,
what she post?
It wasn't even bad.
it was bad.
It was not.
She had clothes on, but she was like, Joanne, I'm fully dressed. And I'm like, nope, take it down.
It was a little suggestive, but she was fully dressed. So she might have a little cleavage out.
But Joanne keeps saying like she's a grown woman.
no.
she's 25.
And she's
She's a
and she's
grown
gonna
woman.
listen. No. She
She's
was
grown,
like,
Joe.
Joanne, you have to stop seeing me as a little girl.
You do.
And I'm like, no, you got to take that down. So the next day she posted a better one, but the one I said take down, she still had up there. I'm like, no.
No, she's grown. She's a grown woman, girl.
Right.
Let that girl be.
My you tried it. It was this morning. I don't know. I was just surfing, scrolling, and I came across this new Vlad interview with Big Worm, Faison Love, and he accused Jay-Z of influencing the kids to be violent.
Yeah.
because he was saying, Vlad was saying, like, you know, a bunch of rappers like are being shot and died, you know, recently, like every week. Faison was like, oh, I blame Jay-Z. Like,
Really?
he put on this whole drug lord persona and glorified violence, and he wasn't even doing the stuff he said.
Right.
He said Jay-Z was just, he said, behave. Well, I'm looking at you like you would know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He said he was the one, behaving. He was like, he was the one actually doing the stuff, and Jay-Z was sitting around eating chips.
Okay, but is he talking about kids being violent like now?
Yes.
What made him say Jay-Z? Out of all the other,
Because-
I'm gonna say they didn't.
That was like 30 years ago.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what made him say that? Out of all the other people that are out here just
Big
saying,
Worm has been losing it lately because he's been saying a lot of crazy shit, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, why would you just bring up Jay like that? Like, he's not even a mainstream rapper that you can just name drop like that. Like, oh yeah, Jay-Z's influenced these. What about Jay-Z? Never even talked about killing people.
No.
Maybe slapping. No, not like that. No, not like that.
I mean, in a very creative way, he did.
Okay,
Yes.
so not after what album? After
It was 30 years ago. I mean, regardless, it
Right.
was 10, 20 years ago.
yeah, I don't see why he would bring him up. Like,
These
out of
kids
all
today are
people.
influenced by, like, if anything, Dipset. You know, that's a
Not
far as,
even
I'm just
that.
saying that's as far as it will go, though.
More
Like,
recent rap, the recent
Like, these-
young rappers that's coming out. The
Yeah.
local
The
rappers.
Dracos and
Yeah.
Yeah, the
all that
Dracos.
shit.
That's what I
Dracos
would
do it.
think.
I don't even think these niggas know who Dipset is.
They
Right,
probably
they probably
don't.
don't.
Santana, Dip,
Or
Everybody know who Dipset is. Don't
You
do
think
that.
so? Or
That's a
G
fact.
Unit? Like, do they even know 50 got shot 9 times?
That's
Like,
questionable. G-Unit is questionable, but Dipset, everybody knows.
I don't
you
think so.
I don't think so either.
Well, sorry to cut y'all off.
Tro
but
don't know, but
Before, since we brought up Faison Love, we have to acknowledge the fact that we also lost Tiny Lester
yeah,
Mhm.
Debo.
this week. What day was
Yeah.
that?
Like Friday. No, it was Thursday night, and they said his first day in heaven was a Friday.
Shut up. I know. I keep
no,
seeing the
it
news
was,
that's like
it was
his
before
funeral gonna be
Friday.
Friday or next
Yeah,
Friday.
he'd be a living legend.
I love our people, but yeah.
That's
So
that one.
rest in peace. Rest in peace to him. And
What about the other young lady that
From
that
Baps.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yes, Natalie Lascelle.
I know her first name was Natalie. I don't know the last
And
name.
they were both
but
young.
and it's so
Yeah,
crazy because I've
I
been
know
watching
I'm
Baps
right.
like crazy lately because it's been on. It's not now, but it had been on Netflix.
Oh,
And it's one of my like. I
yes,
really
they
love
just-
that movie, so I had watched it like a few times. Right.
They did just drop it
Mm-hmm.
on Netflix.
I think it might be
I got
off
that.
now, but yeah. So R.I.P. to her, and it's somebody else. Recently, we just lost.
Oh. There's this.
I'm forgetting the name, but
It's on
R.I.P.
camera,
to
too.
all
Oh,
those
well.
we have lost this week.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Condolences to your families.
Oh, okay. That's how she knew how to open it. But yeah, he tried it for me because I'm like, I don't play about that.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
weird.
just Jay's birthday. Like, at least give it like 2 weeks or something.
Not even. They don't even say that nigga
And you know,
name.
Zenio ain't nobody talk about her father.
I don't play about my nigga.
Jay ain't worried about nobody.
He really ain't. He probably laughing at that nigga.
But these millions and doing yoga at the beach.
and Hawaiian
These
shit.
billions.
Who, Jay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
Rooting. Are you rooting for anybody, Tro?
Yeah, I'm actually, because remember I told you guys I was gonna shout out a couple of like local businesses. So I'm rooting for two this week. The first one is Quartz Custom Corner,
Mm-hmm.
and you can find her on Instagram at Quartz Custom Corner.
Okay, Courtney.
Specializing in affordable custom items like shirts, tote bags, glassware. And then the other person that I wanted to acknowledge is there's a new little like daycare learning center. It's called It Takes a Village Learning Center, and it's in West Haven, Connecticut.
Westy.
And they're now enrolling for the 2020-2021 school year. And the program includes things like a safe and clean environment according to state and law regulations, village-like loving professional childcare, before care and after care for children 6 weeks to 10 years old, tutoring for children 5 to 10, and assistance with distance learning, which is great because I know a lot of you parents need that extra help. So definitely check that out. It Takes a Village Learning Center, West Haven, and the website is It Takes a Village Learning Center LLC.com.
Right.
That's
Yes,
what's
LLC.
up.
Shout out to them.
Shout
I
out to
want
them.
to shout out all the black actors and actresses that have been in numerous movies, but we don't know their names.
Yeah, so many of them.
We only know them by
Their character.
Right.
Like
So many
I've
of
seen
them.
a post on Instagram about I still don't know this man's name, but you remember the movie Jason's Lyric?
Mhm.
Jason's brother.
Oh, okay.
And he's been in so many movies.
Yes.
Like he was in Queen of Slim, the uncle from Queen of Slim.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's been in so many movies,
Yeah, I've seen him
but we
in
don't know
plenty
his
of stuff,
name.
but yeah, I
He's
don't
been in
know his name.
the Biggie and Tupac show that they had on TBN. He was one of the detectives in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's staying movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do.
so shout out to y'all. Y'all still working. Yeah, like it's like Jason's Lyric is a black classic.
Mhm.
So you still contributing to these movies. We just don't know your names, baby. We
Right.
sorry.
That just means
We
he
support
plays
you, though.
the role so
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
that
Right.
we just,
right, yeah.
Like Omari Hardrick, he's earned the name Ghost.
Yes,
And
we
I was
will
just-
forever.
But he's
Right.
done so much before
Mhm.
that.
And like no one ever
Word?
connects
Yeah,
him.
he's done plenty of stuff before that.
No one ever connects him for being the husband of Janet Jackson
or
and,
for Color Girls.
and
Yeah.
for the Color Girls.
Down low, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of like different like stuff that if you met him, I think with Power, he plays a lot of stuff that you like. I can't see him doing
Right.
that. But yeah, I think Ghost probably for me is his most notable character.
Yeah.
he
So,
did good on that role.
And
yeah.
even like his real life, you just be like, nah.
And he's not Ghost.
No,
At
he's
all.
not.
The
He's
furthest
like
thing
Break
from
dancing
it.
is
He's not
yeah,
Ghost at
he's
all.
like a sensitive poet. I'm like, you're sus.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I was
low-key.
showing somebody his page, and I was explaining to them before I showed the page. I was like, yeah, I think he sus. And then the person was like, nah, not Ghost. And they scrolling, and I saw the pictures. And I'm like, thank you. I rest my case.
Yes, he's like two totally different people, which is great because that means you are a phenomenal actor.
Right.
You can play a role.
Speaking of which, have you guys been watching Power?
Fire.
Yes, I just finished the episode this morning.
Chill.
I don't
chill.
know
Oh.
if I was gonna say anything about it. I was gonna say I don't know if it's fire because it's good. It really is.
It's really
it
good.
Can stand
I've
on
been
its
enjoying
own,
it.
but I just miss him. Like I miss Ghost, and I'm not thinking about him anymore as like when is Dad coming home.
Mm-hmm.
But I just miss his presence.
energy, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Tommy still in it?
No,
Because I don't
yet.
watch.
like
Not
I
yet.
miss that.
Not
I
this.
think Tommy gonna have a spin
own.
He has
Yeah.
his own, yeah.
But then I don't want to see Tommy by himself either. Like,
But the thing is, by himself, you mean like not with Ghosts?
not with Ghost and not with Tasha or the
But the
family.
thing is, when he has that spin-off, I'm pretty sure they're going to because they've been. Have you been watching all the ones since he came back?
yeah, I watched.
They've
I've
been
up to date.
incorporating some of the people that still,
Yeah,
you know, from
yeah.
the last one. So,
but not in a
How's
good way.
Mary doing acting?
I don't.
So,
She's
it's
doing all right.
sus.
It's,
She's
I
doing
don't
all right.
really. She's okay, but did you watch last week's episode? Okay, so did you watch?
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
remember when she was like arguing with
Her son.
what's his name, Kane.
Mhm.
It was like, I don't know. It just was like so awkward the way her hand movements.
She
Like,
is-
it's Mary.
It
Go
was
ahead, Mary. Just do
terrible.
your
She
thing.
is awkward
Like,
because
all right.
It was
first I don't
weird.
believe that you're their mother. I don't believe you're their mother, and the way she talks to them, I'm like, Mary, are you their mother or are you
their friend.
Yeah, they're
or
same
like they work
age.
for you or something. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's weird.
And the way she just talks is just not believable.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I don't feel like
But-
she's like committed.
Right.
to the role.
Arguably in the hood, it be like that.
No, but in
It
the
really-
hood, I
like
would
mothers
no.
really be talking to their kid like Mary be talking to them.
But that's
No,
not
it's the
that's
way.
not
It's like-
why I don't believe. It's just she's not convincing. It's just like when Beyonce act. Oh, do I want to compare? Because Beyonce is horrible. Mary's not
I
horrible.
don't think I don't think she's Beyonce level acting, and I still think she's better than Keisha, maybe Lala.
Oh, because that
if
was
she
bad.
wasn't
I think she's
Mary,
better than Lala,
I don't think
too.
we'd be so hard on her.
What you mean?
If she wasn't Mary J,
We were
wouldn't be-
hard on
No.
Lala. We're hard on
Or
Lala.
Lala.
I still like watching her character.
Nah.
Because I'm like, what do you
I
expect
still
from
like
Mary?
watching
She's
her
not an
character.
actor first.
Right. I still like watching her character. She
That's
didn't
very
mad.
Luda
little
wasn't
screen
either.
time.
Had smaller
Yeah.
roles.
Luda wasn't either, but he became Luda. T.I. wasn't either, and he became like
Well,
T.I.
who else? What did Luda play?
Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah,
That's where you make
And he's
okay
a great
money at.
He was
actor.
in what's
Yeah.
the name too? Crash.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Crashy
T-
wasn't that bad,
Mm-mm.
And
but I
T-
feel like that wasn't
He
far
was on
from
a
who he
episode
was.
of Law and Order.
right, and T.I.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
he was
an
Finn's
actor, and
stepson.
he's an amazing actor. T.I. was in American Gangster,
It wasn't all that.
but he's a great actor.
I think he's a good actor because I liked him in is it Takers?
Yeah,
Takers.
I liked him in that movie.
That was a classic.
that is a
Mhm.
classic. It was the female set it off. I mean, the
Mhm.
male set it
That's a
off.
fact.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought
But
about
better,
that.
do you think?
Yeah,
I feel like it was better.
it was.
It was
the
better.
action.
The
the
storyline.
action.
Yeah, I
Because
think it's
it's
better.
like, Set It Off was like so many years ago.
True, that's true,
Like if
too.
don't redo it.
Mhm.
Don't get any ideas.
But if they did with modern technology,
Yeah,
more money, more
yeah.
a bigger budget,
Mhm.
right.
more
Guys,
fly shit.
If you haven't noticed, we're just here shooting the
the
shit.
breeze.
This is our pull-up episode.
Yeah,
Y'all
no
y'all know how that
real
goes.
episode. No, not episode. No real topic.
Yeah, because I'm like, we just talking.
We
We,
just
ain't even tell the people. we just talking and drinking with our bro because it's been a while since we got to shoot the shit.
Right. We haven't seen him in so long.
You know, Friendsgiving was canceled, low key.
Low key.
I was pissed.
Were you?
Yeah.
Why you ain't bring it
But
back
then you ain't
up?
come to dinner when we went to dinner though.
Because I don't go out. I don't do that.
You right. You
Oh.
right. Okay.
How was you gonna go to Friendsgiving?
Because that's with us, like out in a public place. I don't really rock with stuff
It was
like
just us though.
Right.
that. in a public place.
No, we were real secluded. It was,
Right.
it was real
They had us in the
empty.
back,
Yeah.
in the corner, like
so,
niggas.
Mhm,
So it's
yeah.
my fault.
Yeah.
No, well, you said,
You
but,
brought it
but
up.
now we know when something come up. I knew you were lying.
Because
Something
you brought
came
it up like
up.
we was trying to shade you
Nah.
and cancel on the low.
I just like
You could have brought it back up.
I just like seeing y'all with us. I don't
Yeah.
like being around. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Yeah.
just us though.
We agree.
So you know what I'm
Why
saying.
is
I
that? He's
do.
a special person.
All is well.
You don't bring
Tomorrow's
around
new
a lot
day.
of people or certain
Right.
people.
There was no added friends.
Yeah.
No one brought
Yeah.
any.
No,
Exactly.
No added friends.
No extra.
No one brought.
That was the first question I asked. I was like, who won't be there this year though?
Who over there?
No one brought
Yes.
no extra friends.
That's hilarious.
He is that person to say who all over there.
Yeah.
Before I come over there, I
I
gotta know.
respect it though, because you know.
Yeah, I gotta watch my energy, man.
I
don't
respect
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a fucking fact.
I don't do shit
I
like that.
respect it.
I'm not gonna add to that, but that is a truth.
Add to it. Add to it.
So, since we are just, popping up, this is a true group chat. So, what we throwing in the group chat?
What's on your mind, Aaron?
My mind?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
She.
Nah, I ain't really know. I mean, the world is just in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
The world is really, really weird. I feel like we're at war. And
It
we
feels
don't know
very
it.
chaotic.
Yeah.
We are
Unsteady.
at war.
It
But
feels
we're
very
trying to ignore
chaotic.
it low key. Like we're trying
Yeah.
to like
Move past
Yeah,
like
move
every
past
day.
it.
Let's move
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
It's
I
like
think
those,
that's because our government is at war. If we don't have
Yes.
peace in government, it's just like the
that's
church.
true. That's
Like
very
if
true.
the deacons in them are fighting, the whole body of the church go crazy.
That's
so
very
it's
true.
just like
That's
the
what happens?
government. Yeah, when the deacons, because
Oh,
you
yeah.
know the
Deacons
deacons
crucial.
really run
I'm
the
almost- I
church.
don't know.
Mhm.
So if the deacons at war, everything going to.
I feel like we've been at war. It's just the fact that the government is now at war with each other.
Right.
On
Now
top
everybody
of
else
both
is not
sides.
even sugarcoating no more. You know
Right.
what
And
I'm
no
saying?
sugarcoating. We got the pandemic going on. We
Mhm.
got it's just a lot. It feels like organized chaos though.
right.
Men versus women.
Yeah, it's just so much.
Horrible. I'm getting tired of seeing women post what a man should be bringing, what a man should be doing. It's like, nigga, what is you doing?
Right. That's a
Like, let's talk
timeless
about- like, stop
conversation.
doing
At least
that.
I'd have seen them posts from the niggas too, because
Yeah, but that's all whack.
it's all whack. Because it's all like just so like everybody's just butting.
Stop
Right.
telling a female
Nonstop.
what she should be bringing to the table. If she don't bring what you want, that's not the woman for you.
Move on.
Period.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Since you
Right.
bring that up, there was a video circulating, I think last week or within the last 2 weeks. It was like a woman seeking this man. I don't know who the man was.
Mhm.
Seeking this man's advice.
Mhm.
And they were like on Zoom. And they were talking about going after men, I guess, quote unquote, that's out your league.
Mhm.
Or wanting a man that has more.
Mhm.
And he was basically telling her that she was mad fucking average.
Mhm.
You need to relax your standards and go after average men.
Mhm.
Oh.
And I don't know if you were the first person that I seen in the story, but you were agreeing with the man. And I'm not mad that you were agreeing with him because I had to actually watch the full video this
I think I know what
morning.
you're talking about, but I did not watch the whole thing.
And I kind of agree, kind of down. Maybe more so his delivery.
Yeah, that was harsh.
But yeah, have y'all seen the video?
No.
Oh, it was
It was a great time.
it was the woman wasn't all of that attractive. But I don't feel like you don't say that to somebody. He's like, ma'am, don't make me say it.
But she was egging him on because she kept saying, like, she wasn't listening to him. And he got agitated and basically told her, like, look, you average. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get that. And honestly, he was right.
Because he was saying that women aren't receptive. Like, you want, like, the truth or advice or whatever.
Mhm.
But you're not receiving it. You always have, like, a rebuttal to whatever's being said to you. Because she kept saying, but this and but that. And he was like, you're probably saying that you deserve more because you make more than people that you're around. He said, but if you were at the post office, then this wouldn't be a discussion. But what is wrong if I'm earning like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 6 figures or whatever? What's wrong with me saying that? He was saying that men don't care about money. It's more of the looks. He's like, you're 30 something, you have kids. They're not looking at you. They're not looking at you.
Damn.
And then the woman was like, well, these 20-something-year-old girls is not looking for no 45-year-old man. I am.
Right.
And he was like, what? He's like, I have to beat them girls off with a stick. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No.
It's all facts.
Both sides?
Okay, so you 40-something years old and you barely can keep up with them young bitches.
You don't know what I can do.
You can keep up with them young bitches?
You don't know what I can do. You know what I'm saying? And a young girl, you seeing a man that's clean cut, has money,
Right.
got
Sugar
something going
daddy.
for herself. You think she's worrying about her age
Sugar.
if you're clean cut looking better than half of the young dudes she around every day?
Right, but in your 40s or at any point in time, when do you like look for substance? Because he was saying men that earn a lot of money don't want average looking women.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be like, top notch. Your weave got to be right, and your body got to be right, and all that stuff. That's what they want. Men that earn a lot of money want the women that look good.
They only want the woman that look good but don't have it financially.
Like,
Just only the outside
That's
appearance.
what he was saying.
No. He's saying this. Women want this, that, this, that, this, that. You got to have this, that, and this, that. That's a fact. That's all we see.
Okay.
And with men, you guys think all we want is just a big booty.
Okay.
And that's not true.
That sound like what he was saying.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying, what else do you have to offer other than this average big booty and that average face? Because you think that big booty can get you what you think you deserve. And that's horrible for you to think like that.
Yeah, I agree, because I don't have that. And
But that's what she's saying. I make $100,000 a year and I got a big butt. And you think that a man should want you. That's like degrading us to think that we should want that. It's like, that's horrible. That's a bad mindset.
So was the conversation about her feeling like she should have, like you should want to talk to her, or you should want her?
Her
or something,
thing
or
is,
was it
I should
about
have a top caliber man because I make 6 figures.
because she feels like she's a top
and I
caliber
got a
woman?
bad body.
I
and X,
don't
Y,
see
and Z.
anything wrong with that.
I hear
She
you.
just wants
feel
somebody
like
on her level.
she just doesn't. I feel like if she looked like better in the face, it wouldn't have been
Her
a discussion.
saying that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
Sherelle.
fine.
She has $100,000, right? Just say $100,000 a year, big butt, decent face. Your money doesn't matter. Take that away. Your decent face, take that away. All you got is a big butt now.
What about?
Well, he was also saying that she was old, like she's in her 30s.
And you got kids, so it's like all these things. But you deserve this caliber man.
But
like,
why doesn't she deserve it?
Right.
I'm not saying.
I feel like everybody deserves whatever they want. Like your preference is your preference. What
You
for
can
me,
want whatever you want, but just because you
And
want
if
it,
you
don't mean you
make it
deserve
six
it.
figures, why can't you want somebody making six figures?
You can
But
want
how-
anything
but how
you
do
want. Deserving and wanting is two
But the
different things.
deserving thing is what's kind of like.
So what
bothering
makes her
me.
not deserving of
What
that?
do you mean?
The fact that she's saying that
It's her
I
mindset.
deserve a man at this caliber and everybody below him is not worthy, that's very ignorant.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Because that's what I was gonna say.
She's
I
saying
feel like
like
everybody.
that man, that's the only I deserve a man on that. Everybody below that,
Okay.
and that's stupid.
So I feel like everybody can have their preference. That's your preference. For me, is the downplaying of
other people,
that doesn't
right.
meet those preferences. That's my issue. Her saying that I feel like I deserve a man, I got all this money is cool, but yeah, if she comes in and say people that don't have it, you ain't shit, blah blah blah, then that's something totally different.
Well, he told her she may as well get somebody that's average.
Because he's saying the chances of you meeting this guy
Mhm.
is very slim to you meeting someone that can respect you on all these other levels under the 6-figure year, you know.
So men that make a lot of money don't want substance, don't want more than good looks. Or a young woman, because he was saying that, you know, the men that you do see with these women, they've been with for years. Like, because the first person I thought about was Aisha Curry. I'm like, she's not the baddest woman on the block, but they were together for years.
Mm-hmm.
But in his eyes, that is the baddest woman on the block.
Exactly.
That's true.
So
If
I
I'm a,
just feel like
if I'm a
that conversation
millionaire,
is
if I'm a
pointless.
millionaire, I'm around a different type of
Right.
female.
Right.
Period. And if you're a millionaire, you're around a different type of male.
Right.
That's
So
what
you're
she's
used
saying.
to a different standard. But she's not. $100,000 is not a different type of male. $100,000 is $100,000.
It's a
But
different
it
type.
can be a
depends
different type
where
of-
you're from.
I know people around
Exactly.
New Haven that make $100,000 a year and still go to terminal. It's $100,000. That's
Where
not a
them
lot of
niggas
money.
at?
Right. What the fuck?
Where them niggas at?
$100,000. Me and my bad. I'm just saying $100,000 is not a lot of
Aaron.
money. Now, and the fact that she's saying $100,000 is a lot of money tells a lot about her and where her head is. That's not a lot of money.
Well, maybe
But it could
is
be a lot of money for her. If she's
For
just
an
getting
average,
there.
$100,000 is average. It's 2020. $60,000 to $100,000 is average.
To whom?
Not to me, because I ain't making $100,000 a year.
Okay.
Maybe to you. You've been you've been around a lot of money. You got invited to the Rock Nation brunch.
Nah.
Right.
Look. I'm saying this. A person making $60,000 to $100,000 is average. Now, the fact that you're not making that, I feel like that's not purposely the way the economy set up. That's just some things you got to do to make that quota. But the thing is, it's very possible for an average person to make $60,000 to $100,000.
You guys
And then
just
when you
have
factor in
different
everything you have to pay
definitions.
for, like $100,000, that sound good.
It does sound
Like,
good.
for example, you do the facials.
Mhm.
Now, 2021, you know, God willingly, your facial business and you know, can go skyrocket.
Yeah, absolutely
You
will.
can literally touch $100,000 between your job and that facial business next year.
Absolutely.
It's very possible.
Right.
Absolutely. I just feel
That's
like
not a lot of
y'all
money.
it could be that y'all
So
just
if
have
she did that,
different
can she not?
definitions.
Is she not deserving of somebody that makes as much
Nah,
money? as her?
she is, but what I'm saying is what making $100,000 is not something that qualifies you for this top tier man all of a
But to
sudden.
her it does.
But she's just. I think what he's trying to say is that she's glorifying the $100,000
as
like,
if it puts her in another category that doesn't.
Again, that means y'all got different definitions on what average is. To her, $100,000 is a lot. To you,
And that's why
It's
she's
not.
disappointed. That's why she's disappointed because her logic and her perspective is messed up.
My whole thing was his delivery. And I'm like, I'm a 31-year-old woman with a kid. What the fuck does that mean?
yeah, I don't know what
Yeah,
that
but
means.
you're not
Because
out
30s
here
is like
shunning
normal age. You
other
got
men
kids.
that
So,
are
I don't
hardworking
know.
men saying you're not good enough for me because you don't make $100,000. That's what you're not doing. She's
right.
doing that.
No,
Now, that's what I said. Her
right.
doing that is the problem.
that's
I
where
get
he
her
what
was
having her
spazzing on
preference
her.
is not
yeah,
the problem.
I get it.
I was like,
I get it.
I mean, I'm like, I know they are like, you know, millionaires and stuff are around a certain kind of woman, but most of them women,
You deserve anything that God blesses you with.
most of them women ain't shit.
I was
Yeah,
about to
but
say, like,
most of everybody
we
ain't
say this,
shit.
But everybody still got their
And
shit.
I'm like, these are millionaires be having mad fucking kids, but I'm 31 and I got one motherfucking kid and I can't get me one of them
And
good
that's a lot.
niggas. I can't get one of them niggas.
But it's different for a man and a woman have. Society says it's different because, like, you know, the mom,
Right.
the stereotype is the mom staying home with the
Mhm.
kid, so that
the
way,
primary caregiver. 'Cause
Mhm.
when the man not you, but when the man has kids, he normally doesn't. Well, I'm not going to say normally, but if he's not with the woman that his baby mother, he's not with the woman that he has kids with, he's not in the same household, so he's not the primary caregiver.
Right, absolutely.
Right.
They usually are.
So he has more time.
Yeah, a little bit more freedom than the mother would.
Yep. I always say, you guys can go around and you would never know they got children.
Right. So
you would never
Not
know.
every guy.
So
Not every guy, but
Dave
most
East
guys.
posted a
Because we have
picture
full-time
today.
father here.
Dave
Most
East posted a
guys.
picture today. I'm like, this niggas are something else. Niggas always popping up with a kid. And I was like, let me go look at his feed to see if we knew he was
No,
having.
he's the
He
new
had a baby
baby.
shower.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, because I
Yes.
was about to
Oh, he
post
got a
something.
new baby.
Yeah.
With his baby mother,
Mhm.
the same baby mother.
What's the first daughter name?
I
Pyro something.
couldn't tell
Someone with a
you.
K.
See,
Yeah, I
here's the
wasn't
thing.
saying, like-
Females don't care that much about guys having kids.
You
that
think so? I feel like they care more than men.
much. Nah.
I feel like I hear
No.
more females saying, I don't want no nigga with no kid.
But still,
That's
but
only
then get
that's
knocked up by a
only
nigga with a
because
kid.
It's really not that he has a kid. It's I don't want no nigga with a
Baby
crazy,
mama
crazy
drama.
baby
That's
mother.
what it
is. Mhm.
Not
That's what
that
it
he
is.
has a kid.
But
Because
that's not what they be saying. They specifically say, I don't want no nigga with no kids.
she just didn't finish the sentence.
No, she
Yeah.
just didn't say what she meant.
Yeah, right. But yeah.
Society's messed up,
It is.
and the headspace of women and men is bad, man. That's why people are getting married and getting divorced within a year or two.
Speaking of, Becca posted something in the group chat last night. What was it? Kier?
Oh, Kier Shear.
She
Yeah.
getting a divorce?
No,
No,
She
she
just
just
got married.
And the guy ring. The guy ring was
He
like,
couldn't fit
right
the
here.
ring.
And he said he was playing the game. When she said, "Come on, let's go get size for our rings," he didn't go because he was playing the game.
Too caught up in playing the game like he couldn't pull it.
So
And it was
when
like,
it was
next time I'll
time
listen
for
to
the
my wife.
wedding and to fit the ring, the
He
ring
couldn't
only
fit
fit
it.
right here. But I feel like that's no.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like
a-
that was an excuse, like
Right.
a lie.
Because you telling me
'Cause
you
that would
couldn't
make
find
sense.
no time to get a size for a ring, and
Right.
now you taking pictures and the ring is right here.
Right. I agree with that as
Embarrassing.
well. It's like weird.
That'd
That's
be
really
all right.
weird.
That's
He looked like a
cool.
scammer.
That's cool. Kira Shear's husband?
Yes, he looked like a scammer.
Be like that.
And he's well, I wouldn't say average, but he's not in the like. Yeah, he's
That nigga looked like a scammer.
Low key.
what did we say? He's a landscaper.
Oh, you hear
He-
scammer.
Shut up.
Landscaper entrepreneur. That nigga mow lawns.
He be scamming.
No, but he probably got his own lawn
Funneling
company.
that money.
He do a whole block,
Just
probably like 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know them felons.
Oh my God. Anyway, so I have a question because my homeboy Brandon, my sister's friend,
Mhm.
Brandon, was like, I forgive you for all your bullshit. So ask this question on the podcast. So I'm like, okay, Brandon. So the question is, how do women feel about gamers, and how long should a man be allowed to play?
Like
So-
a day?
Yeah, because we had the conversation. He was like, yeah, so what if I'm playing my game for 5 hours? Well, he didn't say the time first. And he was just like, what if I just love to play the game? And I said, well, that could be your self-care. He was like, exactly. And then he and I'm like, yeah, if you play 1 or 2 hours. He was like, no, it's not 1 or 2 hours. I was like, how
Like
long?
you get caught up in
He
it.
was like 5 hours.
I
I said, well, that's your self-care. And I said, as long as you give me personally, because I don't feel like I need so much. Like, I like to have my own space, and I don't like to be in people's space that long. So I'm like, as long as you give me my, like, how was work, and you tell me about your day, you check on me emotionally, mentally, and, we chop it up and we talk, we check in. You can play your game for 5 hours, but I don't know but when I come to you and I need you,
Can you step away from it?
I'm gonna need you to
That's
step
what
away.
I was gonna say. For me, I can't sit here and say if you play the game 5 hours, that's a lot. Like I can't put a number on it.
I'd rather you
But
play
I
the game
feel
than be
like-
in these streets.
Honestly,
Right.
I feel
And
like
that's
it's
what
like,
he said.
I feel like it's like this. If you're a great employee
Right.
and you call out 2 days in a row, we're not sweating you because when you're here, you're on your shit.
That's
Right.
a good.
So
good-
that's
that's
how,
really good.
for me, that's how it would be. If
Right.
you need 5 hours to play the game because that's your self-care time, take it. Because I'm certainly going to take my 5 hours of self-care,
Right.
As long as you're not like, say if we got kids in the house and
You're ignoring
I'm at
everything.
work,
Checked
out
I come
for
in,
real, for real.
right.
The
don't
house is
check
burning
out.
down.
Be on
Yeah.
top of your shit. Make sure these kids eating. Like I shouldn't have to come home and do everything and you just sit on the game all day. That's my thing.
I'm okay with it too.
So as long as you're on your shit. And it's not, I don't think I want you on the game 5 hours every day.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bit
Well, the time might
ridiculous
fluctuate,
and
but-
irresponsible.
Why?
5 hours on the game every day?
Mm-hmm. I'm just asking why. Yeah, I'm asking.
You don't think as an adult with a family? I think that's
I'm
rather.
asking why. Like,
I'm telling you.
All
I
right,
think
so-
that's
Not
irresponsible
every
because
day.
how are you, if you're on the game 5 hours every day, how are you being present in the household with your kids and your wife or whatever?
Well,
your
let's
situation
just.
may be?
Well, I'm not bringing kids and a wife in it. Let's just say it's just me being single.
Are y'all in the same household?
Even still.
I could
like
be.
y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend but live together.
We could be boyfriend and girlfriend living together, or I could be in my own home. I'm coming over sometimes.
What are we
Are you
gonna
playing
do every day?
Right now.
Period. Like, what are we doing every single day together? That's 5 hours.
Every day?
So what's her issue?
Like, do you not have a job? Because
Yeah,
I
but-
think that
She
you're
had
working
an
8
issue
hours a
with it.
day.
So you get off at
They
3.
had a conversation, and then he brought it to me, and I gave him my point of view, and I said, and he was like, "Bring it to the chat, see what they."
Because if we're not in the same house, I mean, it really doesn't affect
If
me
we're not in the
much.
house, you do whatever you want to do in your
right.
house.
But if we're in the same house, not every day, but you could do it a few times a week. As
Yeah, a
long,
few times
as
a
long
week.
as you are present, like we talk or whatever.
Like I
or-
said, as long as you check in, and it's not like I'm here and you're totally ignoring me. If I really need you, you totally like black out and
Right.
don't ignore what my needs for that moment. And
Then
if
that's
you
a
don't
problem.
do
yeah,
that,
and don't be
Then it's a
unemployed.
problem.
Don't be unemployed.
Because then I'm gonna have a problem.
No,
Like I
I
said,
know.
I feel like if you've been that great employee, then you take your 5 hours and it's not bad. You can't be a terrible person, boyfriend, husband, whatever, and still think
you
playing
gonna
a
sit
game
on this
5
game
hours a
and
day
be
is-
unproductive as
I'm not
fuck.
gonna
I
say
mean,
nothing.
yeah, you
Yeah,
handle
but what if that's their self care?
And that's fine.
That's
you come
fine.
But you
home
handle
from
your
work.
responsibilities. You got to handle
You
what
still
you
gotta
need to
handle
do.
just like
Yeah,
we.
yeah, yeah.
You come from
That's a
work
fact.
and you decompress and you play
Exactly.
a game. That's your man time.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I'm not taking that from you.
Right.
But there's other responsibilities and
That
needs
you
that
That's a fact.
right.
Like
that you
I-
gotta take care of.
Y'all know
That's
me.
a
I don't
fact.
play about my self care, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna skirt on my responsibilities for it. Because then that's just gonna have a negative effect on me. Period.
Yeah.
Right,
that's a
because I'm
fact.
like, if you coming at me because I'm online shopping for 5 hours, I'm gonna have a problem.
For 5 hours, though, then.
Oh, so
Sometimes,
No, that might be.
That's
I don't think it's
OD.
5 hours of shopping is OD, but 5 hours in the game ain't no
Because
good.
How
I'm
many
a
sites
shopper.
could you look at for 5
Listen,
hours?
it's a lot of sites.
And then them sites be having like 20 pages of dresses you gotta
You
look
look
through.
through the whole thing.
It don't even have to be one site. I could be looking for
Wow.
furniture. I could be looking for shoes.
I don't think it lasts 5 hours.
Do it
'cause
then.
I'm a shopper.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
I don't think I
mind
could do it for 5
I
hours.
ain't doing. I
though.
don't like shopping.
I don't wanna
doing that
be
shit for 5
around-
hours.
like all day. I don't like that. Like,
Being
give me my
around
space.
someone all day?
Give me
No,
my
I,
space.
Yeah.
I
Me too.
100%
Give me
agree
my
with that
space.
shit because I like my
I need a
space.
solid 3-4 hours with you, and I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
so cool with you playing the game because you're not in the streets.
Mhm.
You're not getting into no trouble.
Yep,
I know where to find you.
I
Right.
agree. Like
And
like
you better
Joe
answer
said,
that phone because I know
Right,
you
and
Right there,
like
that
Joe
headset
said,
on.
As long as I can reach
I'm gonna fuck
you,
around and get on the game too.
right.
right, and that's quality time that y'all can spend together. So I think women that really do have like the real issues with their person on the game, maybe that is something that could ease the tension. If instead of you being nagging because I'm on the game, like let's do it together.
That's just like,
But
on
then he has to be open
football
too.
Sundays, and
What do you
niggas want to
want
watch
him to do,
football
though?
all damn day.
Like I'm saying, like
What do you want him to do other than, like, okay, say if you want the 5 to turn into 2.5, right? With that other time, what do you want him to do? Like, what would you like him to do that he's like, I don't.
it depends on what's going on in the household and what's needed.
So-
If you got 5 hours and we good and got nothing to do, the kids is good, I don't need you to talk to me about something, then play your game for 5 hours. I'm talking about if there's other things going on and you're slacking that need to be going on, that's more important than you playing the game and you're slacking on that to play the game for 5
or
hours.
help a nigga
That's the
out. If I'm
problem.
cleaning or doing laundry, nigga, wash some dishes or something. Go clean
Right,
the
I
bathroom.
shouldn't have
or
to be
something.
cleaning the house top to bottom, making the dinner, making sure the kids straight while you just
But
sitting
it-
on the game
So
for
I got
5
a question.
hours.
I got
Okay.
a good question.
All right.
All right.
I have a good one.
hit me while you.
Let me-
Oh, that's why she said she was having all them cocktails.
Joking loose.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
She about to, you could hit me too, I guess.
Hit everybody on this.
All
right.
All right. So my question is, right? If
Mm-hmm.
a man is handling all the financial
Thank you.
responsibilities in the house,
Right.
what is the woman's do? What do you think is the woman's do? Like, should he like you say, help me up around the house, help me clean. Do you think that the woman should spearhead that, being that the man is taking care of all the responsibilities financially?
The woman always spearheads, first of all. Secondly, that's like saying, you always talk about fathers who don't show their kids like emotion or spend time with them, but it's like, well, I provided for you.
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
We're talking about
you're
cleaning
saying
and
because
cooking. I'm talking about cleaning.
But that's still
cooking.
being present in the household that you live in also.
So when a woman said, help me out clean the bathroom, I don't hear women say, hey, you want me to pay the mortgage this month? You want me to pay? I don't hear that. I've never, ever
maybe
heard
on
that.
your birthday month.
Never, even that on Christmas. I've never. So
on
my
your
thing
birthday
is,
month, like I got it.
That's I feel like personally,
give
it's
you the
messed
mortgage.
up that women feel like, man, help her run the house. But I've never heard, like, okay, let me pay the mortgage, the car notes, the insurance, the lights, and everything
I don't know
for the
what's going on
month.
at people's house.
Just to take some weight off his shoulders for the month, because I know he's tired.
No, I definitely listen. I don't even want to get in a relationship because I feel like, because as a woman, in my mind, like I automatically want to bring something to the table because it's like I don't want you to ever front on me, like you take care of all this stuff.
But my thing is, if we're a partnership and you're my husband, that shouldn't be a thing.
That's just, I know that, but just like he said, but like, yeah, I could take care of the mortgage. I probably would give you an envelope with the mortgage money, what you do with it.
Like sometimes the wife is tired. She doesn't want to clean. She doesn't want to cook some days, and that's understandable.
Right.
But I don't feel like females put into this perspective that like sometimes the man is tired every day, even if life goes rough, or is good. I got to make sure these bills is paid no matter what.
But the thing is, this is what women do all the time. Women do that all the time. Tired, depressed, going through shit, and they never should take a day. Not. I'm not saying that they aren't. What I'm saying is women do it all the time. They don't get to say, I can't be a mom today. Or I can't be a wife today.
Say, I'm not paying these bills and make sure that this roof is over my face.
Well, no, because why would you say that? Because then we don't have nowhere to live. Like,
and why would a woman say, I'm the person, I'm not going to feed my kids?
But I'm just saying that women don't do that. That's what I'm saying to you.
And men don't
women
do that
don't
either.
do that.
And men don't.
I'm not the type of
women don't do that. Good women don't.
I'm not the type of female to never. I'm not going to be okay with not working at all.
Right. And I don't know any married women that do.
If you decide that and I probably won't even let you, but of course this is a conversation, once we move in or get married or whatever, what we're taking care of financially.
Right.
Like, are we splitting, like people don't like to split the mortgage or the rent. I have no problem with that.
Right. Whatever works for your household.
Right. I have no problem.
You might pay the mortgage and I pay the car note.
Everything else.
Or the utilities and stuff.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Right.
Or I handle the bills and you handle some investments.
That's fine.
That works too.
Yeah, whatever works for your relationship and your household.
Do right by yourself. Like, this is my thing. I want to put my woman in the best position to make sure she's good.
Right.
Because I want to empower her.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm a man. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And a woman doesn't need a man, but a woman needs a man.
I feel like that works both ways.
It absolutely does.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to like providing and protecting, a woman needs a man.
Maybe for the protection.
And providing.
Not if she providing for herself.
I hear that. But when you have a whole household and it comes to a point, yeah, you need it. Because at the end of the day, it's hard for women to provide in all those
Because you got women that make more than their men.
Right.
Yeah, you do. But at the same time, it's
then
hard.
She's the provider.
Yeah, but then you're taking away from the nurturing part because she's working so much to make sure that you're bringing that. That happened to me. My mom, she held it down. But I also didn't get a lot of emotional support as well because she was such a good provider.
That's what I just said. I feel like that's the same thing with the men.
That goes with men too. When you look for that from your dad, I'm very close to my father, so it's like when you don't get that from your father, I feel like it works both ways with both parents.
But a man is built to provide. We're built to provide. You know what I'm saying? Women aren't built to provide. But you still
have to be present. You still have to give, because I don't want to say like when my husband passes or something, oh, he was a great provider, but I didn't feel loved.
But that's where the woman comes in and don't let him carry all the load because you're providing so much that you're so beat down.
But providing doesn't just stop like at financial.
Finances,
no,
right.
Like, what else are you providing? Are you providing me emotional support?
Exactly.
This is gluten free? This is the thing. I just peeped that. Like, everything is a marathon, right? So like if I take care of all the bills because I want you to better yourself, I'm putting you in a position to better yourself so you can get me out of the fact that I gotta pay bills every month.
Yes.
So it's like it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's a plan.
That's not a forever thing.
It's not a
Hand
forever
washing.
thing.
Yeah.
One
You see what I'm
hand
saying?
wash
But,
another, yes.
but most people don't understand that because they get females get comfortable,
Right.
and they get, I got money. No,
Well, is that a conversation?
That
like,
is
babe,
definitely a conversation.
while you go to school,
Absolutely.
I want you to focus on school, but I'm gonna hold us down.
Yeah.
But once you get, finish with school or secure a job or whatever, I need you or I want you to help me out.
But that's
Has to
definitely
be
a
a conversation.
conversation.
Ain't no want.
It absolutely has to be a
Ain't
conversation.
no want. This is how it's gonna go.
No, but that is a conversation because that's the blueprint of us winning.
Right.
Of our
Exactly.
families
It's a
getting.
plan.
It has to be a
Yeah,
conversation.
getting to the next level. So that's definitely a conversation. You can't go into it and be like, all right, I'm gonna pay all these bills, but there's no plan behind it.
Right.
You're gonna pay all these bills,
And then what?
okay, and then that's it.
That's
No,
probably
Or you
where
have
that's
some
where the
men like
issue
T.I.
comes in.
yeah,
And
so that's where the conversation, because we need to know, like,
That's true.
it's a coach. Like, we need to know how we're going to win this game. How we're going to better ourselves. We're going to retire early. Like, we're going to get investment properties. So this is our game plan.
It's an ongoing conversation.
It is an
That's
ongoing because your
ongoing.
goals change.
Everything,
Gotta come
right?
back to the
Things
table
change.
all the time,
We got to
yeah.
revamp.
That's why I really like
Reassess.
the idea because I've seen it before, but I've been seeing it a lot lately. I don't know why, but about how your driver's license or whatever expires, and it's like they think that marriage contract should expire too. I agree with that because I think you should have a moment in your relationship where you say, you know what, how are things going? What can first of all, I think it should be something that you have frequently, but at a certain point, there should be a real in-depth conversation about
Do we want to renew
how
our
things
marriage
have been
license?
going. What can we fix? Do we want to continue to do this? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, but what happened to death do us part? Then that means that got to be taken out of the whole joint.
No,
No.
it still should be death do us apart, but we still should have those, I think, moments. Because you figure when you got kids and stuff and you're both working and you running, and yeah, you have to be intentional about making like time for like dates and to sit and talk to each other. But I don't think you always are going to be able to get those real in-depth conversations in about your relationship in general, just your relationship, not as parents or anything else.
So I don't believe in to death doing parts in certain situations. Like, so this is at another scale. So you know how I love Princess Diana. So lately I've been watching The Crown.
Good show.
Is it a series or?
It's a series, and I
show.
skipped season 3 because I'm like, I don't want to
I
know
see you
any
see-
more about the Queen. I want to get straight to Diana. Season 4, I already knew about the Camilla situation, but in how miserable Charles was, I feel like as a man, Charles did not stick up for himself. Be like, Mom, see, he wanted the crown, he wanted the throne, but he wanted Camilla too. You can't have both. So Diana's the person he sought Diana out. He fell for her, but the chemistry that him and Camilla had was just like sickening. Like that was his person, and he loved her. At one point, he went to Diana. He was like, "You're hurting her, so that means you're hurting me." He did not want to like. He made Diana so sick. Diana was bulimic. Like she just was crazy because she's in this marriage, and he don't want her. He don't look at her. He barely touch her. She was beautiful. She was this big presence. He was not ashamed of her, but he was jealous of her.
He was a punk.
Yeah, he was jealous of her because of her notoriety. Like she would go out and everyone loved her. He'd be like, "Yo, dim that light a little bit. This is my time."
Yeah.
And so at one point he went to Camilla. He was like, "I would leave everything." And Camilla was like, "No, stay in the marriage." She was like, "I am the mistress. They won't love me like they love Diana." And then I tweeted, "Till this day, no one gives a fuck about Camilla."
It's
Facts.
true.
I forgot about her.
To this day,
Princess
like
Di was the people's princess.
right, they're married now, and okay, Camilla.
Yeah, I
Right.
fully. So death do
And-
us apart is always the goal, but no,
in some
absolutely.
situations,
Yeah.
when it's not healthy and
Right.
you are begging and it's physically like the Queen was like, "I'm so tired of you guys. It's making us sick watching you guys be so miserable.
It
Get
definitely affects everybody around.
get
you.
out. Get out."
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Till death do us part is definitely my goal. But if I feel like I'm in a situation just not conducive at all, then you got to choose yourself and end it or go
Right.
to therapy or
I was
take a
so
break.
heartbroken.
I don't know.
I
You're
feel
also
like
not supposed to cheat on you. Yeah.
Right.
agree
And
with-
he
I agree
was
with that as
like,
well.
he was blatant he never ended it with Camilla. From day one before the marriage, he got Camilla a bracelet to like to showcase their love, like their nicknames. He got a bracelet made for Camilla, like it will always forever be us.
Yeah.
Why? And Diana went to him. She was like, I can't do this. Like
Yeah.
I can't like go walk down the aisle knowing that you love another person. Camilla took Diana to lunch and basically schooled Diana on Camilla's man.
On how
she
to
was
love
like,
him?
yeah, she was like,
Nah.
he needs to be propped up. You need to like, give him words of affirmation.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't eat lunch. He likes
That's a huge red flag.
he likes a hard-boiled egg with everything.
Well, in that
That's a huge
situation,
red
that's
flag.
like royals and shit.
Yeah.
Because no fucking way is that.
You going out to lunch?
No, but sometimes
Not even going at the lunch part. You sitting here telling me how, as his woman, and I'm the new woman, you telling me how to do it right.
I'm the wife.
You telling me how to do it right. And
No,
you
but it's
know
so
that he's still in love with her.
crazy.
I mean,
like,
but
right.
arguably, people change every day,
Absolutely.
right? And Queen, she had a lot on her plate, and I'm assuming, I didn't finish the show, but I'm assuming that she didn't have time to change, her strategy to making him happy because she was dealing with so much. And on top of that, he was a pussy. Like, he was whack.
He was, and that's because when we were just how we're saying, he didn't get a lot of emotional. He didn't have his emotions weren't met
I could
from
see
his
that.
mother. He wasn't nurtured.
Mhm.
So Camilla
See?
was
Makes
his
perfect
nurturer.
Yep,
Like
see?
she spoon fed him. She like propped him up. Words of affirmation made him feel like a man a little bit. So he
little bit.
needed Camilla more than Camilla needed him. And at one point, he was like, "Leave your husband." She said no. Because
Oh, so she was married too?
yes, and that's why he
that's-
couldn't marry
Right.
her.
That's fun.
That's
Yeah,
why
no,
he
she was
couldn't
married
marry
too.
her because there's a law you can't marry a divorcee.
Is that still a law?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I doubt
shit is
it.
No,
that can't
but you
possibly
can't
still
marry
be okay.
anyone that's been divorced. So that's why him and Camilla could never marry because then it would be the perfect fairy tale.
That's crazy. Could you imagine if that was still a thing?
Nigga.
Nobody would ever marry anybody.
Right.
But that's in UK.
I'm not getting divorced.
I don't want to either.
so that
You
means
say
you
that
have
now.
the
I'm
mentality.
saying that forever. I'm
So
not
that
doing
means
Really?
you have the mentality of making it work.
I like that.
I mean, if
Don't
I
leave
get
me
married, that means we've been married. We just making it official at this point.
Right.
Like, I'm not getting married just because it's the new thing. Like,
Mhm.
all right, we've been together. We need to spark. Let me just propose now. I'm not doing that. Like, we're getting married because it's like, all right, why not?
I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody does that because clearly people do.
Mhm.
But just what if like years go down and you're just unhappy? No.
I mean, if that's the case, I should have seen that way before we got married.
No, because you just said yourself,
just-
people change
yeah,
every day.
yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this: if I propose, right, it's like me getting a surprise gift for you. It's not like, oh my God, we just like
You
I
never
knew it
saw
was
this coming,
Like,
right.
you knew it was coming, just a matter of time
Right.
before it happened.
Mhm.
So I know my spouse. Like, it's just like
Right.
And
You,
people
you know
change.
her then.
She's
but
gonna change.
after she goes through like parents passing and just a bunch
Having
of other
kids.
shit that changes a person.
That's the death do us part because
Yeah.
the thing is, like, if I'm 32, so it ain't much change. If you change, it's because of life, death,
Right.
Right.
things like that. I'm supposed to stick with you through that. If I
And then-
can't do that, I'm not built.
So
for
you're-
it.
So are you gonna stick? Like, you're gonna be intentional about like getting therapy, like if you guys need couples
because-
counseling and
because
things like
clearly
that.
you going through something, and I gotta
So you're
gotta have
willing
your
to
back.
make it
That's
work.
that's
Yeah, I
good.
feel like if
Yeah.
you're willing to make it work, like if you're saying till death do us part, and you're also willing to make it work when it gets hard, then I don't think nothing wrong with that.
I don't
'Cause
like
that
the
should be
whole
the goal.
marriage renewal was it marriage license renewal. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit
Marriage license,
because that's what we were talking
Oh,
about.
I'm like, what?
I don't really think
But that's
marriage-
not
I
a-
don't
I
think
don't- that's
marriage-
not a thing.
No, it's not. But
No,
that
I'm
was
not
the
talking
thing.
about that. It should like physically be like my marriage certificate is about to expire.
Oh,
I
we
think
gotta go
we
back
as
and-
a couple should not
yeah.
like go back and do it over. I think we
Yeah.
as a couple should say like
Check-ins.
anniversary time.
Yeah.
I follow this girl, and she says with her husband actually around their anniversary they like sit down and they do it basically what I just said. And they're like newly married, but they just talk about like how things have happened over the year, how they feel.
Yeah,
about-
I like check-ins.
Yeah,
but
I
like
think check-ins are super important.
having to I gotta go, renew my registration for the car. or
Yeah,
some
no,
shit.
I don't
like,
think it
no,
needs to
I'm
be
not doing
that process.
I
But that's
barely want to get
unnecessary.
married, like legally. I just want to just
Just be together.
Yeah, what's the
Getting married
point?
legally is always the
I mean,
best
honestly,
option.
if you don't get married, it's better
hmm
for tax purposes.
But
You
when
still
that
gonna buy her next ring?
I'll get my wife whatever she wants.
I want a big closet.
Oh, you better have some money.
Well, shit, I'll get it myself.
I just want a really, really big closet.
Oh, I was watching. If y'all don't know, that's from Sex and the
We
City.
finished this whole bottle.
But I am so okay with the 2 days off.
Oh, the 2 days off apart. So
Like completely leaving the
Carrie
apartment.
had her own place because he's like, what?
Who?
From Sex and the City.
too.
Carrie and Big. Carrie had her own famous apartment. So
She couldn't sell it for.
She couldn't sell it. So
economy
when
reasons.
her and Big got married, they had their, cute little penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And, so she would take 2 days off, or she said he can take 2 days off where they can go to like your bachelor pad and unwind and take a time for yourself. Would you be okay with that?
That's lit.
Right?
That's fire.
I'm like, when you really think about it,
That's fire.
if you take 2 days off,
2 days
time.
with no responsibility.
A week, I feel like that's probably a lot because it's only 7 days in a week. So if I'm taking 5 of those, we're working. So
But-
if I'm taking 2
and
days
then they don't
off,
have kids in their situation.
In
They
their
don't have kids.
situation.
But even if you do and you can make it work, like they can hold down the kids for 2
Or you got a
days.
nanny.
Oh, yeah.
Or a nanny. But if you can hold down the kids for 2 days and I just be responsibility free and I come back refreshed and everything, ready to be your wife and give you all the slobs and knobs and
And that's,
I don't
Okay.
need that every week.
That's
Because I like to
You
schedule
take them 2
in.
days. then.
I like to schedule in my self-care, so I don't need that every week, but I absolutely would. I think the both of us, me and my spouse, I want us to both have that time.
Yeah.
But I don't think for me it would need to be a weekly
if
thing.
you
I feel like
have
that's a lot of time
kids,
away.
I don't think you could take the same 2 days. But if you don't have kids, you just single. Well, not single, but y'all married and kid free.
Yeah.
Then y'all can take the 2 days,
Yeah.
same 2 days.
But this is the husband or wife that you know for sure, like you don't even have to think about it. Yeah, she's at that apartment, but she's not doing nothing. Or he's at that apartment and he's not
You just-
doing anything.
you
This
real
is someone
Secure in your marriage.
you're very secure and
You
you can
definitely
bet
have
your
to have
life
that.
on that.
Mhm.
Nah, not my husband, or
Yeah.
not my wife.
That could never work if you don't have trust.
Right.
That could never
Because
work.
I'm like, that is it's something to that. I mean, I likes that.
It is.
That's fire.
It is. I think just us taking maybe I'll take my time in the beginning of the month, you take yours at the end of the month, or whatever. I think that's cool, but I wouldn't do it weekly because we both need that time. So then it just ends up being mad time away.
I don't want to be around my wife every day. I don't want to be around my wife every day. I don't care. I don't want to
I
be around.
can
I don't want to be around
understand that.
anybody every day.
I can understand that to an extent, especially because like you
understand
want
to an
to
extent,
miss
too.
your spouse.
I understand to a extent.
Right.
And then you
I
need
love
some
my
time
me
to yourself so you can recharge. And because I don't want no miserable ass man.
Exactly.
I love you. Yes. We're building life together. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm still human, and I don't want to be around anybody every single day.
Yeah.
I
The
amen to
wonderful
that.
thing is that we all in 2020, you have the
Luxury
Means-
of designing your own life.
exactly whatever works for your relationship. Do that.
All right.
Don't worry about what about guys say.
Hopefully.
And the
if
fact that
other
we can
person
afford 2
accepts it.
apartments, 2 different properties is lit.
That's lit. Because I can take my vacation and ain't got to pay for the hotel.
Right.
But that's why money is the key to everything.
Right.
People gotta
No, it
understand
really
that.
is.
Like, black people really gotta understand. We gotta get this money.
Mhm.
You
It's a-
gotta get money.
multiple
because it helps
streams.
everything. It helps
Right, and
Multiple
it's
streams.
and
Yeah,
like
multiple
I said,
streams is the
it's
thing.
a
It's the
conversation.
goal.
It's a conversation. We always got to check in. What's the new
That's the
goal?
thing.
We crushed that. What's
Communication.
our new what we gonna do? Like
I don't remember if this was on Venus versus Mars or it just was a conversation that we were having. But you said that you got to ask the person like, what kind of life you trying to live?
yes, he
Mhm.
did.
all day.
That's a
He
great question.
did
I-
because
Was it
he's
on the episode?
because he was like, if I'm trying to live here, but you trying to something on McDonald level,
Mhm.
it's not gonna
We
work.
not on the same page.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
Yeah, good question to
This
ask.
is business.
And
Life
one that
is
should be
business.
asked continuously,
Yeah.
not like every day, but on a regular basis.
All conversations should be ongoing.
They
Things
have to because
change.
things change.
Let me write that down. What type
Things
of-
change. You change as individuals. You change as a couple.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things.
Emotionally, you're supposed to be present, but aside from that, it's business, and you have to understand it because it's your life, and you only get one life.
You want to be comfortable. You want to be stressed
And happy.
Right.
You got to get to the level you want to get to.
And that's me.
Right.
I'm a person who likes to live a life of ease.
Right.
Flexibility.
So, yeah.
Just doing like, okay, so I tweeted this, but I was in a group chat, a Zoom call with like 12 other people.
I saw that tweet.
And we all just booked a vacation right then and there.
Mhm.
Nobody said I gotta wait till payday
Right.
or anything. Nobody fussed. We booked right then and there.
Mhm.
That's the type of comfortability I want.
Right.
Like
Same.
I don't have to do that.
Don't
I
have to
could
think-
just book right then and there.
I don't have to think too hard.
Right.
Too
That's
long.
the type of people you got to say, okay. And I saw this post earlier, right before I came here, and this dude, he was on a budget or something, and the girl.
I was seeing that.
She didn't date him because he was on a budget or something. Some bullshit.
That's wild.
I didn't watch the video,
like
but I
that.
saw it, and I do think that's bullshit. Like, I'm not gonna say I can't date you because you're on a budget. You being on a budget,
That's your business.
means you are dateable.
Yeah, but arguably,
That means you are dateable.
Arguably, some women might be on a certain level
Because you're
where
not
they don't
spending
want
on me.
a man that's on a budget. They want a man that's ready to book that trip when she say, "Let's book that trip."
But that's
But
right
right
now.
for me, even
I'm on a
if I-
budget for a goal, probably.
Right.
So once I achieve that goal, then I'm
Right.
good to go.
But even if
But
I
if
feel
I'm
like
saying
for me,
it's tough. It's tough.
But you don't know why they're on that budget.
Yeah, that's fine. But if a female says, "I want to do something," right? I want to go here to this restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
and you saying I can't go to this restaurant because I'm on a budget. For me personally, certain women might be on a level that be like, if you're on a budget because you can't take me to a certain restaurant, that's just something I'm not in the place.
Especially if I could take myself.
That's a respectable choice. That's
Yeah.
not
That's perfectly
bad.
fine, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you call him back once he up,
right,
you can't expect him to be like, "What's up?"
that's
man? You know what
perfectly
I'm saying?
fine. My thing is, don't shade me for it. If I'm telling
That's
you that,
not shade, though.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm saying don't.
Don't shade,
Like,
though.
don't. If she was to say, because like I said, I didn't watch the video. So if she's saying, you know what, this is just not feasible for me because I don't want to live a life where I got to be on a budget. That's cool, but don't like talk down to me because I'm on a
Yeah.
budget.
Right.
Because, I mean, if you saying that, oh, babe, we can't go, whatever, for X, Y, like I'm on a budget. I'm like, all right, either I'm going to go by myself or with my girls because I really want to go to this
Or
restaurant.
I'm
going
gonna pay
miss
for
out.
it. Right.
Yeah.
Bae,
Or
now,
you
you
could-
said bae different. Now if it's bae,
Right.
different. But if somebody you just
Oh.
meet, you see what I'm saying? That bae different.
That's true.
Yeah,
Bae
no,
different.
because I was gonna say, not thinking it was Bay. Like, okay, you can't take me. I'm gonna take myself. No
Right.
worries. And
Right,
I'm not,
that's how
but
I
I'm
feel.
not thinking about shading you because you can't take me. Life
Right.
goes on, and
Right.
I will just.
I'm like,
Right.
I'm not going to throw. Well, this is, I guess,
That's
it's still
a
new.
lie. Y'all
mad.
all stunting.
You can't be mad
y'all all
either.
stunting because if y'all met a man and he was cool, but he was working at Chuck E. Cheese being Chucky.
No, I'm
Would
not
you-
dating a
would
guy
you-
that works at Chuck E.
Exactly.
Cheese
Yeah.
being Chucky.
So a certain
I'm
level.
32.
No.
You
It's just
No, it's
we
just
I can't
we're
do it
not
this
really-
week because I got a party I got to do on
See,
Saturday. So
no.
that's cool. Like, you got a job, that's great, but it's just like it's just like what you said, like a certain
Like,
caliber
can you
of
just
person,
at
and there's
least get
not nothing
A salary job?
wrong with it. Right. It's just like in my life at
I'ma help elevate you,
32,
baby.
if I'm trying to like elevate in life and I want to do this, I want to do that. You having your Chuck E. Cheese job is not gonna be
exactly.
conducive
but
to
then
the
on the
situation.
flip side, you got to know that this woman that you're now courting is used to certain things.
Exactly.
But you don't know that at the moment.
Well,
Well,
what is this,
You
a
just
first
met her.
date?
You just met her. You just
Oh,
met
now
her.
it's used to
working
certain things, but yeah.
I feel like if you Chuck E. Cheese and I don't even feel it, like I don't know that you Chuck E., then that's cool. Not like I don't know, but like if I'm not like, damn, we can't do nothing, we can't go nowhere because
Because I might
Chuck E.
pay
Cheese.
for it. If I really want to go to this restaurant, I might pay for it. Or I
Right.
might wait until whatever, like, till you get your shit together.
I don't have no problem paying for it either.
Right, because
Right.
usually if I'm saying I want to go somewhere, I have in my mind.
no,
not-
you got to be able to reciprocate.
We are not fronting. Don't
If
give
you
us
want
that
this type
look.
of shit, you got to be able to reciprocate this
Stop
type
it,
of
y'all.
shit.
Ain't
Stop
nobody
it. If
at
a
this
man,
table
if
Right.
a man
Ain't
is
Ain't
not,
nobody at this table front. I can tell you
if
that.
a man is not holding it down financially, that's a turnoff. That's a fact.
But you said we're
can't
not
tell
talking
me.
about Bay.
If a man can't hold
But
down,
who-
if you don't have that confidence that a man can hold you down, hold things down financially, and anything you guys do as a couple or as a group, as a pair.
So are we dating or are we in a relationship?
Period.
No, if he's dating, I may not really know all that yet.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, you want that confidence though, and you want that security to know that this man, if I didn't have it as a woman, I know that this man can take care
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay then.
But I think that has to do with just being an adult, honestly.
I mean, I hear you.
Because
but
if I'm fucked up, I need to know I can go to you.
Because it goes right back to what you said about when you said it's not just providing financially. Like, can you just be a support? Period. I feel like it all ties into that.
but
And
that's
I need
what
to
I'm
know
saying.
that if I
a man
can't,
provides.
right? And I need to know if I can't, like, and not even just financially. If I'm not doing my best today and my mental health is just like in the gutter, I need to know that I got my person. I want to say
'Cause
husband,
right
but my
now-
person to still lift me up or something.
That's a
I'm
shot in the
to carry
dark.
the load.
That's a shot in the dark when black man. We ain't
Yeah.
emotionally
Shut
stable.
up.
Because
Yeah.
right now, I'm
You
still in a
right.
position like I'm going to go to my dad first
Mhm.
before I ask you.
Right.
Because I'm not married.
Right.
Even if I was in a relationship, because I was still going to my dad first, just because
But most
Because you got to get
females
there.
don't have that option.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
That's true.
So it's like, okay, females look at men financially to hold it down. That's a fact. Right?
Because I used to, I don't know if y'all did this, but I used to just ask niggas for shit. I didn't even really want it, but I just wanted to see if
That's
you would
fucked
be
up.
able to do it.
That's fucked up.
But it wouldn't be nothing crazy. I don't. First of all, I don't ask niggas for nothing outrageous. Because like I said, you gotta be able to reciprocate shit. Because if I ask this nigga for a Louis bag and this nigga comes back and asks me for a PS5 or some shit, I gotta be able to give it to him.
exactly.
So I can't be asking niggas for
So
shit.
you only ask for like $20, $30.
I gotta ask for shit that I
no,
can be
not
able
$20,
to
$30.
reciprocate.
It's got to go higher than that.
But now fucking
I
lost
don't
my train
ask
of
for shit.
thought.
My love language is not having to ask.
Well, yes, but I used to ask just to see what he would say, but it wouldn't be nothing crazy. I'm like, oh, can I don't
Get
know.
a North Face.
Yeah, can I get a North Face or some shit?
You got to be able to ask though. If you can't ask, it's no. If you're not getting nothing out of it, what you there for?
I agree.
Absolutely.
You might be getting like emotional. You might be getting
No, stop.
But
that.
you want everything.
If you want a man in your life, you want him for stability financially. I don't care what and unless you just rich. That's a fact.
I want everything. I want the total package.
Me
I
too.
want
That's fine, but if the
financial,
financial
I
is
want
lacking,
emotional.
that shit.
if the financial is lacking, everything else is kind of like you got to get yourself together, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Because
Financial is number
if I'm
one.
asking for something or not just one time, but it's like a habit. Oh, babe, no, we can't do that. Oh, babe, no, we can't do that. I'm like, what the fuck can we do?
I think it's I think it's circumstantial, situational.
Wrap on.
All right, y'all. We talked our head
too
off.
much.
So we gotta wrap it up. Joe, do you have a positive vibe for us?
Basically, the more of this topic today, get to
Stay single.
Money is the root of all happiness.
Yes.
Get yourself together
get
first.
this money right.
That's
Yeah.
something. No, can we?
Get these coins.
That's a whole nother.
Stop trying to find
I've been
love. if
preaching
you
this
ain't
for
right.
forever, guys.
No, absolutely.
But that's a whole nother thing because women always say, "Well, we could do it together," or
No.
Do it yourself.
No.
And then find somebody.
Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Get yourself together
Facts.
first. So when you guys become a unit, you're a whole.
That
so
is-
he's supposed to be over there getting himself together, fixing those broken pieces. So that way, when you guys come together, you'll be a whole.
that
two
is a whole
pieces,
thing.
not
Yes.
half and half.
But
No.
Two
you
whole
know,
pieces.
women be like, "Oh, he said he got to get himself together," blah blah blah. So that takes him. His effort isn't the same, or something has changed because he got to go. Get his shit right. But we always say, "Oh, he could do it together." We do like
No.
women do it. Like we multitask. We fuck with you while we're getting our shit together. But men like to
have their time.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that time.
Which I can
be
respect.
separate. But we were like, well, why you come fuck with me if you can't if you couldn't really do this thing?
No, I'll give you that time because I don't really want to be with you without me being whole.
But that's a whole nother
Communication
topic.
is key. Communication is
So we
key.
are signing off.
I had a good time.
Bye, guys.
Toodles. See you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Aaron, for coming.
No problem.